Part 1. The Mystery Inside the 798 Art District. Beijing, a city that never truly sleeps. Amid the endless towers and neon lights, there lies a place once considered the pride of artists, the 798 Art District. A space where cracked concrete, rusted steel pipes, and dim yellow light form an atmosphere both haunting and magnetic. But today, the district is no longer just a symbol of creativity. It has become the center of a chilling rumor, a claim that the body of actor Yu Menglong is hidden inside one of its art installations. It all began with an anonymous post on a Chinese forum late at night. A blurry photo, flickering light. The image showed a translucent sculpture in the middle of a gallery. The user wrote, "Look closely. You can see his face, trapped inside." At first, no one believed it, but only a few hours later the phrase, Yu Menglong, 798, climbed to the top of Weibo's trending list. Videos started pouring in, analyzing every frame, matching shadows, comparing the way light reflected off the floor. Some claimed they could see bloodstains in the corner of the photo. Others said the artwork disappeared right after the rumor broke. Police issued a brief statement. No criminal activity detected. The cause of death was an accident. But that short explanation only fueled public suspicion, because Yu Menglong wasn't just any celebrity. He was clean, quiet, scandal-free, a man with no enemies, beloved by fans for his gentle image. His sudden death, labeled an accident, simply didn't make sense. Social media exploded. People debated, speculated, and imagined. One account, claiming to be an employee of the gallery, wrote, "That night, I saw two strangers carry something heavy, covered with a white sheet inside. No photo, no video, yet the post spread over 1 million times in less than half a day." Then, another detail surfaced, one that made everything even more complicated. A supposed friend of Yu said that days before his death, he had confided, "I found something dirty, something hidden in the industry." And then, he vanished. His phone went dead. His Weibo account stopped updating. A few days later, newspapers reported, "Rising star dies from gas poisoning." But no one online bought that story. Because right after Yu's death, several of his connected accounts were deleted or renamed. Old posts disappeared overnight, as if someone was erasing every trace he left behind. What began as a random rumor was now turning into a fully developed conspiracy theory. Each day brought new evidence, new witnesses, new leaks. And amidst the chaos, a new name emerged, one that would take the story in an entirely new direction. Xin Qi, a young actress who had once worked with Yu Menglong on a short project. Beautiful, smart, and seemingly unrelated to the case. But overnight, everything changed. A post appeared out of nowhere. Xin Qi's father has been arrested. No author, no source, no photo. Just a few short lines, and they spread like wildfire. Some claimed that the arrest was directly connected to Yu Menglong's death, that Yu wasn't a victim of an accident, but of a silencing operation, that before he died, he had discovered a massive financial network, a web of over 200,000 shell companies hidden behind legitimate businesses. And the man at the center of that network could very well be Xin Qi's father. Part 2. The Hunt in the Shadows. When the rumors about Yu Menglong's body found in the 798 Art District hadn't yet subsided, another storm was already rising, stronger, wilder, and far harder to contain. At the very center of that storm was Xin Qi. In just one night, her name appeared everywhere, on forums, in videos, in hastily edited images. People gossiped, built theories, and stated them as if they were undeniable facts. It all began with a single, simple line of text. Xin Qi's father has been arrested. No source, no evidence, no official report. But in the world of the internet, that doesn't matter anymore. A good story creates its own evidence, born from the imagination of millions. Soon, so-called investigative posts started flooding in. Some claimed her father ran hundreds of thousands of shell companies across Asia. Others insisted he was tied to international money laundering networks. The more absurd the story sounded, the faster it spread. A few videos even claimed that Yu Menglong had discovered strange money transfers before he disappeared. Each line, each word, crafted just precisely enough to make everything feel too real to be fake. The public was sucked into the vortex. Every day, thousands of new comments, hundreds of new theories emerged. People began calling it the 798 case. And Xin Qi, once a rising young actress, now stood under a blinding spotlight of suspicion. Meanwhile, the accounts spreading these lies continued their work. They posted fake financial statements, forged transaction lists, even fabricated shell company directories with frightening detail. Each document, each number, each clip looked polished enough to fool anyone scrolling too quickly. Truth and fiction began to blur. All the audience knew was one thing. The story was too perfect to ignore. Then suddenly, a new account appeared, claiming to be an insider in the financial sector. It posted a chilling paragraph. Yu Menglong discovered the existence of 200,000 shell corporations. Some were registered under the names of celebrity family members. A few of them have already disappeared. Cold, concise words, written like someone who knew. That post spread at lightning speed. People believed it was the key to unlocking the entire case, but no one knew who wrote it, where they came from, or if they even existed. Authorities had no choice but to respond. Beijing police released an official statement. There have been no arrests related to Xin Qi's family. The so-called 200,000 shell companies do not exist. This is false information. But to those who already believed in the conspiracy, denial was proof. The more they refuted it, the more people thought something was being hidden. And once again, the story exploded even louder. Videos multiplied, this time with AI voices, animated graphics, mock financial diagrams, and elaborate connection maps linking celebrities to businessmen. All of them centered on one message: Yu Menglong knew something he shouldn't have known. Among millions of views and comments, no one remembered that everything had started from one anonymous post with no proof, no witness, nothing. A small lie, repeated enough times, eventually becomes the truth. Part 3. The leaked data. Everything seemed like it would end as just another rumor, but then an anonymous account named Spectre 404 appeared. He didn't say much, just one single post on a private tech forum. I found the file linked to the 200,000 shell companies. It's hidden inside an encrypted database under the Qihao project. The entire online community exploded. People rushed to uncover who Spectre 404 really was. Some believed he was the hacker who once breached major corporate networks in Hong Kong. Others thought it was just a trick, a staged distraction to steer public attention away. But then, evidence began to surface. A 3-gigabyte file titled qnetiorolex.zip was uploaded to a data-sharing site based in Singapore. Inside were endless lists of companies, each name like a crack in a massive wall of secrecy. Shareholders, tax codes, virtual addresses, and most chilling of all, the repeated annotation, ultimate beneficiary, X.Q. At first, everyone thought it was just a coincidence. But as another file was opened, the same line appeared again, and again, hundreds of times. XQ. Could that be Xin Qi? Or was it a symbol, a code for something, or someone, much darker behind the curtain? The media ignited. Small news channels, bloggers, and YouTubers all joined the chase. They spoke of leaked data, of undeniable proof, and whispered that investigators are secretly watching everything. In just one night, the hashtag Qihao database leak climbed to the top of social media trends. Clips claiming to analyze real files flooded the internet. Fake codes, fabricated charts, meaningless tables, all labeled as evidence. And the audience, hypnotized, started to believe they were getting closer to the truth. But then, something strange happened. Within 48 hours, every download link vanished. The data hosting site displayed a simple message: content removed by legal request. The account Spectre 404 went silent. No new posts, no replies, no trace. Some said he was arrested. Others believed he'd been erased from the web itself. And just when people thought the story was dying down, a photograph appeared. A grainy, still frame from a security camera inside the 798 Art District. It showed a man in a black coat, wearing a mask, carrying a large metallic case. At the bottom corner, a timestamp: September 14th, 2:37 a.m. Rumors spread like wildfire. People claimed it was Yu Menglong himself, and inside that metal box was something he had tried to hide from the world. Part 4. Files in the Dark. After the photo spread online, silence was no longer possible. By the next morning, the entire 798 Art District was sealed off. Police surrounded the area, blocking every alley, every old factory, every art cafe. All security cameras were confiscated, and strangely, every video file between 2:30 and 3 a.m. had vanished. The police released only one short statement: no body was found at the scene. But that single sentence only fueled the fire even more. Online, new theories multiplied like wildfire. Some claimed Yu Menglong's body had been secretly moved that very night. Others argued he never died at all, that Yu Menglong was now nothing more than a construct, a digital replica created through the mysterious Qihao project. The name Qihao was no longer just a tech company. It had become a symbol of global intrigue. In hidden forums, files said to be internal leaks began circulating. One particular email spread like lightning, containing a single, chilling line: Phase 3 of the Qihao project, transfer of biological data to neural replication models. No one knew if it was real, but the idea alone was enough to drive the internet into madness. Meanwhile, Xin Qi, the young actress once trapped in the media storm, suddenly disappeared. Her account was deleted. Every post, every photo, every comment, gone. Some said she fled China. Others whispered she had been taken for protective custody. On September 20th, a short article appeared in a foreign online newspaper, then disappeared just hours later. Its headline read, Xin Qi's father questioned in global shell company investigation. No image, no author, no source. But someone captured a screenshot before it vanished, and that single screenshot became proof. International outlets began to take notice. Financial analysts questioned whether a global network was laundering billions through art, technology, and entertainment, and whether Qihao itself was just a cover for something much darker, a secret program involving the implantation of human biological data into artificial intelligence. Amid the chaos, a 20-second video surfaced on an anonymous platform. The clip was dimly lit, filmed in what looked like a laboratory. On the screen appeared one simple line: Subject 27B, transfer complete, identity confirmed, YM. The voice in the background was robotic, distorted, emotionless. Some said it was a fake, cleverly edited, but others insisted it was the final proof that Yu Menglong was still alive. No one ever discovered where the video came from, and just hours later, the entire platform hosting it went offline. Its homepage displayed only one sentence: You were never supposed to see this. Part 5. The Truth Revealed. But everything you've heard so far was just a story spreading online. A theory pieced together from hundreds of fragments, with no official source, no real evidence. And when the smoke of speculation cleared, the truth slowly came into view. Yu Menglong, actor and singer, born in 1988, did pass away in September 2025 in Beijing. According to the Chaoyang District Police, the cause of death was a fall from a high building after consuming excessive alcohol. There were no signs of assault and no evidence of homicide. So why did the rumors spread so fast? The answer lies in silence, from both his management company and Chinese media in the first few hours after the incident. No official statement, no scene photos, no verification video. That silence became fertile ground for imagination and manipulation. On Weibo, 3 women were arrested for spreading fabricated information, including the false claim that his body was hidden inside the 798 art district. They later admitted their motive was simple: to gain followers and engagement. Within 48 hours, millions of shares and hundreds of analysis videos pushed the story beyond control. Meanwhile, the name Xin Qi, a Cambodian businessman, appeared in the rumor chain, even though no connection between him and Yu Menglong has ever been verified. Xin Qi, also known as Vincent Chen, is the chairman of Prince Holding Group, a massive conglomerate accused of operating scam and money laundering networks across Southeast Asia. In October 2025, the U.S. Department of Justice officially indicted Xin Qi and several associates on charges of large-scale wire fraud and money laundering. Authorities seized more than 15 billion USD in Bitcoin, allegedly linked to those operations. That part of the story is real. But the way some social accounts stitched Yu Menglong and Xin Qi together into one grand conspiracy reveals a dangerous truth about the digital age. The line between fact and fiction has never been thinner. And the mysterious name Xin Qi, said to be the daughter of one of the arrested men, doesn't exist in any verified record or news archive. She exists only in conspiracy videos, a fictional figure created to make the story feel complete. As for the rest, the 200,000 shell companies, the body buried in the art district, it's all a digital myth, a Frankenstein of real-world headlines, sewn together to create a viral narrative powerful enough to fool millions. But the most frightening part isn't the fabrication itself. It's how easily we choose to believe a story, as long as it's told dramatically enough. Yu Menglong is truly gone. His death was far more tragic and far simpler than people wanted to believe. No conspiracy, no hidden body, no curse of 798. Just a weary man, a brutal world, and a social media machine desperate for something shocking to consume. In the end, these stories, these viral theories, blurred what really mattered. A real life, a real person, lost amid the noise of rumors and silence. Part 6. The Truth and What Remains After the Storm. As everything slowly quieted down, some questions still echoed in the air. What made millions of people believe in a story so absurd? Why could just a few lines on the internet, a few blurry edited images, ignite such a wildfire of speculation? The answer, perhaps, lies within ourselves. In an age where news travels faster than thought, where anyone can broadcast, anyone can report, the line between exaggeration and reality has almost vanished. When a public figure falls, society no longer has the patience to wait for official results. We crave the story immediately, and the darker, the more dramatic it is, the easier it is to believe. Yu Menglong was not the first victim of this wave. Before him, many had already been buried alive by rumors, by manipulation, by comments typed in anger and carelessness. After him, there will be more, unless we learn to pause, to verify, to understand, and to empathize. The tale of the body inside 798, of Xin Qi's father arrested, of 200,000 shell companies exposed. All of it proved one frightening truth. The power of the internet doesn't lie in what it says, but in how many people want to believe it. Those Weibo, Douyin, and Bilibili accounts that built the conspiracy theories have now been banned. But the damage remains. Each click, each share has chipped away at the dignity, the memory, and the peace of a real person's family. None of them ever wished for their loved one's truth to become a form of entertainment. When the Beijing police released their final report, a quiet post appeared online. He wasn't a symbol. He wasn't a conspiracy. He was just someone who tried to live and grew too tired to keep going. Just one line, but enough to silence thousands. We live in a world where lies can spread faster than apologies. But perhaps when we pause and say, "I'm not sure, I need to know more," that's when we truly grow in this chaotic age of information. Yu Menglong is gone, but the way we tell his story, that will decide whether his death is respected or once again turned into content. Remember this, behind every sensational headline, there's always a real person, with emotions, with family, with a life no one has the right to distort. Part 7. After the storm of rumors. 1 month after the storm of false rumors about the body inside 798 faded away, Beijing returned to its familiar rhythm. The galleries lit up again, paintings hung neatly on the walls, and people acted as if nothing had ever happened. But somewhere, in the quiet corners of social media, the echo of that story still lingered. A small group still believed that the truth was hidden. Others insisted it was a media cover-up. No one really knew, but everyone believed they were right. That is both the power and the tragedy of the information age. When the truth no longer matters as much as the version of the story that makes us feel satisfied. A media expert in Shanghai once said, "The biggest lies online don't begin with deception. They begin with fear and the belief that someone is hiding something from us." When trust collapses, everything becomes a conspiracy. A name, a picture, a number, all can be twisted to fit the emotions of the crowd. And people like Yu Menglong, artists who simply wanted to work and contribute, end up as casualties of a dehumanized digital culture. One day, it could be you. It could be me. All it takes is one cropped photo, one misunderstood sentence, and an entire life can be drowned in an endless sea of restless data. When the investigation ended, the official media fell silent, not out of fear, but because they understood something painful. Sometimes, the truth is no longer exciting enough to be shared. What remains online are hundreds of videos, thousands of comments, and millions of people who once believed in a story that never existed. Yet within that chaos, a clear lesson emerged. We cannot control information, but we can control how we respond to it. Each click, each share is a choice to either fuel the lie or protect a real human being from being crushed by the invisible crowd. Yu Menglong may be gone, but if this story makes us pause, makes us question, and teaches us to look beyond the headline, then maybe, for the first time, falsehood has bowed down before the truth.